episode of the Unheard Society podcast is written by Donell Frazier, who is an incarcerated student and part of the Florida Prison Education Project. All episodes are voiced by volunteer actors and produced by journalism students at the University of Central Florida's Nicholson School of Communication and Media.
Miracles are situations that are unexplainable. So I'm going to tell you a story about my life, and at the end of the story, I would like for you as listeners to decide whether or not I'm a walking miracle. I was born in 1979 in Queens, New York, and the day that I was born, the doctors didn't think that I would make it. They had to airlift me to another hospital for special doctors to take care of me, and they said that it was a miracle that I'm still alive. As a child growing up, I always felt different from everyone else. It was like I was being watched. But as I got older and gave my life to Jesus Christ, I realized that I was being watched, and the person that was watching me was Jesus Christ. In his word, he says that he will send angels concerning all your affairs. Like the time when I was 7 years old and me and my brother and a friend of ours was playing on a dock. I wanted to get a better look at the water, so I went to the edge of the dock and I seen something like a pole sticking out of the water. I used it to balance myself, thinking it was sturdy enough to hold me up so I could get a better look in the water. But to my surprise, the pole moved as if it was floating, and I was left standing there at an angle that defied gravity. I should have fell in the water. It's hard to explain. It was like something stood me up straight. And as a 7-year-old boy standing on the dock, I tried to understand what just happened to me as I watched my brother and our friend throwing rocks into the water. So life goes on. I continue to find myself in situations that could not be explained. I was 18 years old. And at this time, I was into selling drugs and trapping out of trap houses. One day I got into an argument with someone, and he pulled out a gun and pointed it at my head. He was 3 feet in front of me and pulled the trigger. Now, in any normal case, that bullet would have hit me square in the face. But instead, it hit the wall an inch from my face, sending plaster and stucco into my face. I thought I was hit, and it was over for me. But to my surprise, I was still standing. Everyone in the house grabbed the guy with the gun and took the gun from him as they pushed him back into the back room. Everybody said that I was lucky and they don't see how he missed my head. But I said that it was a miracle. So now you've heard about a few situations in my life. I would like to know, what do you think? Am I a walking miracle or not? If you find yourselves in situations that you can't explain, it's not that you're lucky. No, it's a miracle. Something that defies the how of science, physics, and gravity.
I've gone where the hopeless go, the dead end of a broken road, and I've learned there's a place so low you can't see a way out. Been stuck in a ditch so deep.
The Unheard Society is a student-produced podcast from UCF's Florida Prison Education Project and the Nicholson School of Communication and Media. Views expressed are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the views of the university, the Nicholson School, or the Florida Prison Education Project. Kinsley Catarino and Dwayne Jones produced and engineered this episode. I'm your host and executive producer, Claire Macirola. Thanks for listening, and be sure to check out our other episodes of the Unheard Society podcast.